Hello everyone, this is a video presentation on FinCEN's Corporate Transparency Act's requirement to report beneficial ownership information. I am Taisha Baldwin. I am an enrolled agent with full representation rights before all levels of the IRS, and I am the owner of the Baldwin Tax Group here in Chicago, Illinois. I do tax debt resolution and also do tax preparation and tax planning. I wanted to do this presentation to give you all some information about the beneficial ownerships facts and requirements. So Congress enacted the CTA, Corporate Transparency Act, in 2021. CTA has a beneficial ownership information reporting requirement for certain domestic and foreign companies in an effort to combat financial crimes. CTA was created to prevent individuals from creating fake businesses, money laundering, tax fraud, and other financial crimes. Someone can qualify as a beneficial owner if they directly or indirectly have ownership stake in a company, own at least 25% of the company's shares, or has control of the company's equity. So beginning January 1st, 2024 of this year, many U.S. companies must report information about their beneficial owners. So who must report? Businesses may need to report information about their beneficial owners if the company is a corporation, a limited liability company, or was otherwise created in the United States by filing a document with a Secretary of State or any similar office under the law of a state or Indian tribe. So an example of those types of documents would be your articles of organization or your articles of incorporation. Or a foreign company and was registered to do business in the United States, a state or Indian tribe by such a filer. Over here to the left is a list of 23 companies that do not have a reporting requirement. So banks, credit unions, brokers, or dealers in securities, and certain insurance companies, they do not have to report. And then here over to the right, minor children, nominees, intermediaries, custodians, agents, certain employees, a person who may have inherited the business, certain creditors, they also do not have a reporting requirement. So where to file? You go to www.fincen.gov/BOI, and that's where you'll find the application. Yes, you can file this form yourself. If you're a business owner and you need to file, you can do this yourself. You do not have to hire anyone or pay anyone to do it for you unless you just don't want to do it yourself, or you're not comfortable with, you just want to make sure that you're doing it correctly. There are people that are charging. We do help businesses complete the form for a fee, but you can't do it yourself. So you can either file it a PDF form, or you can do it online. So if you're going to do the application online and you're going to do it yourself, whether you're an existing company or you're a new company, you click on initial report. Everybody has to do initial report. This is something that's new. This is our first time ever having to do this in the US. So everybody, whether you are an existing business or a new business, everybody clicks initial report. Then you can either request a FinCEN ID number. It's optional. You do not need the FinCEN ID number in order to complete this form, but you can get one if you want one. It's optional. Then you put your reporting company, your company's legal name, and then the tax identification number. So if you're using your social security number, EIN, or any type of foreign number, you need to put that for your tax identification number. Then you put your country or jurisdiction. In that drop-down list, you're going to see a lot of different countries. The United States is just now starting to have this requirement. There are other countries that have had this requirement for quite a while. So you just pick whichever country or jurisdiction that you're reporting. Then you put the reporting company's address. If you are an existing reporting company, you check the box for reporting company was created or registered before January 1st, 2024. Meaning, if you had your company before that date, you can skip part 2. If you are a new business, you have to complete part 2, which is the company applicant information. That's where you put the business name, address, country, jurisdiction, state, zip code, if applicable. Then you have to put your form of identification and issuing jurisdiction. So you have to list what type of document you're using, state ID, driver's license, passport, the identifying document number. So say for instance, you're using your state ID for identification, then you put your state ID number and then the issuing jurisdiction. So if your state ID is registered in the state of Illinois, you will put the state of Illinois. And yes, you do have to upload a copy of your identifying document. You have to send, if you're using your state ID or your driver's license, you have to upload a copy. And then you complete part 3, which is the beneficial owner information. These are the steps that you use if you are completing the form online. So, when to file? Existing companies as of January 1st, 2024 must file its initial BOI report by January 1st, 2025. If you are an existing company, you do not have to file until January 1st, 2025, but I suggest that you do it as soon as possible to get it over with. That way you won't be hit with a non-filing penalty just in case if you forget to file. Newly created businesses or newly registered to do business in the United States on or after January 1st, 2024 and before January 1st, 2025 will have 90 calendar days after receiving actual or public notice that the company's creation or registration is effective to file its initial BOI report. Specifically, this 90 calendar day deadline runs from the time the company receives actual notice that its creation or registration is effective, or after a Secretary of State or similar office first provides public notice of its creation or registration, whichever is earlier. I suggest that once your company is registered, do your BOI report immediately. Don't wait. Don't wait until the 90 days, because if you forget or something goes wrong, then you're going to be hit with these penalties we're about to talk about. If your company is created or registered on or after January 1st, 2025, it will have 30 calendar days from the actual or public notice that its creation or registration is effective to file its initial BOI report. Here's the most important part of this presentation. BOI non-filing penalty. Not reporting complete or updated beneficial ownership information to FinCEN may result in civil or criminal penalties, including a civil penalty of up to $500 for each day. That's right, each day that the violation continues, or criminal penalties, including imprisonment for up to 2 years and or a fine of up to $10,000. Real quick, if you have, say for instance, you're in real estate or whatever type of business you're in, and you have multiple LLCs, yes, you have to do a report for each LLC. For each company that you own, you have to. So say for instance, you have invest in real estate and you have multiple properties in different LLCs. You need to do a report for each property that has its own LLC. Okay. Here's some additional BOI information, the Small Business Compliance Guide. I've listed the websites for each of these where you can go to get additional information. Here's the BOI information website that you can go to, and then the BOI frequently asked questions website, www.fincen.gov/BOI-FAQs. If you own a business, do not hesitate to file your BOI report. Avoid the fines and penalties associated with non-compliance. Remember what I said, $500 a day, okay? Yes, you can hire somebody to complete the form on your behalf, but the BOI form is free to file. Yes, there are some states requiring their own BOI report. Please check with your state agency. Make sure that you don't need to file this BOI report as well as another report with your respective state. Yes, the BOI report is a one-time report. Unless the business has changes, then the BOI report must be updated yearly. So if your business changes ownership, you have to update your initial report and do another report to report those changes. No registered agents are not required to file the BOI report unless they are a beneficial owner of the business. And no, if you are not a registered reported entity, you do not have to file a BOI report. Okay? Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or if you need assistance with completing the report. It is very important to get this done, and it is mandatory for every business. Please do not forget to do this. Avoid the penalties and fines. The form is not that hard to fill out. But if you do have questions or if you would like for us to help you complete the form, here's my information. You can go to my website, www.thebaldwintaxgroup.com, or you can call me 312-561-6190 for more information. Thank you.